Hey, you! Ronald! I've just got one thing to say to you. You're fired.
Huh? What's happening? Oh, good morning, Mr. Potter, sir. What's with this all of a sudden? I don't understand what's going on, sir.
There was a huge mistake done in the Woods Company project, and it's your fault. I've already checked this out with the department manager, Mr. Gray, and something needs to be done about it. I'm taking care of the matter, as you're the one who's responsible for this mess. From today, you're not to come into the office. You've been officially fired.
Why are you firing me for? What did I do? Okay, but even though you've said that a couple of times already, I don't quite understand why this is happening. Can I explain what happened so that I can understand your decision as to why you're doing this?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses, Ronald. I'll send all the stuff that you've left on your desk later in the day. There's no need for you to pick it up. You're not to come here again.
Please don't do anything to the personal belongings on my desk. Not until I know what's going on.
Oh, so you want to play hardball, huh? You know I can play that game too. Let's just throw all your things into the garbage, shall we? Don't even think about coming by this office ever again. You've been forbidden to enter the building. Nobody wants to see your face around here again.
But sir, I don't understand why this decision has been made. But fine, I won't step a foot in the office again. I'll do as you say, sir. That evening. Hey, Melissa, look, something bad has happened and I really need to talk to you about it. Have you got some time right now to talk? I could really use your advice right now.
Ronald, are you okay? What's going on? Did something happen?
Yeah, it's not good. I've got no idea what I did. I just got a message from Mr. Potter. It was during the day and I was minding my own business and then this. He told me that the company just suddenly decided to fire me, so he told me he was dealing with my firing.
Excuse me? What the heck? Are you saying you just got fired? Why are you even being fired in the first place? Like why now? At this time of day?
Well, if I say it how it exactly happened, it went like this. I got a message from Mr. Potter, my manager. He said that there was a mistake in the Woods Company project. He then said that he had just checked it over with Mr. Gray and that it fell on my shoulders and that it was all my fault and that I'm not to come back to the office. That's the conversation I had with Mr. Potter. I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Okay now, just hang on a second. But isn't Mr. Gray the one who makes all these decisions, not Mr. Potter? I don't understand why Mr. Gray isn't the one talking to you about what happened.
I'm curious about that too. That's why I wanted to message you about it to see what you thought. Unless if he wanted Mr. Potter to deal with this situation, it really should be Mr. Gray who reported to me about it, not a person below him. I don't get it. I guess he's your father and all, so I thought he would deal with it.
I have no idea, Ronald. No matter what way you think about it, he can't just possibly fire you without probable cause. Or at least explain himself.
I was actually planning to call Mr. Gray to talk about it to him directly. But he seemed to have turned off his phone, so the call isn't going through.
Apparently, last night he slept a lot for the first time in a long time because he said he'd turn off his phone. Well, surely he's awake right now, but I wonder if his phone is still turned off and he's forgotten to turn it back on.
Oh, is that what you think has happened? You might be onto something there.
Yeah, just hang on a minute there, Ronald. I'll listen to what he has to say on the matter. Just give me a few minutes and I'll come back.
I'm sorry about all of this, Melissa, but thank you for your help so far. I really appreciate it. 10 minutes later.
Hey, Ronald, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. I hope I wasn't away for long.
You're fine. It's only been about 10 minutes. So were you able to get anything out of him? What happened?
So, he told me that he has no recollection of any interaction with Mr. Potter regarding the Woods Company project. He said that he wouldn't let anyone do something like that while he's in his current position. It's something he wouldn't do in the first place. He would have come to you if there were any issues.
Is that right? That makes sense. I just don't understand what Mr. Potter's doing by messaging me that I'm fired.
Yeah, so that's what my father has to say about that. He seems very confused by the situation as well. Ronald, are you able to come by the house right now?
Right now? What for? What else have I done wrong?
Nothing, but I think maybe it's to discuss what's going on with Mr. Potter. I don't think it's something my father wants to talk about over a message. He said that if we could, we should discuss things face to face and talk over dinner. Also, he said the president of the company will be attending as well.
I'm sorry, what? Even the president of the company? This has got to be something really bad, right? If he's gotten involved. But would it be okay for my sudden interruption, though? I don't want to disturb if they're discussing important work-related matters.
Don't worry about that. But if you're worried about the food situation, it's okay, as I was originally planning on having food delivered today. So feel free to come over if you'd like. I'll see you later, okay? But it sounds like my father wants to eat and have a drink with his future son, Ronald. So you can chill and talk to my father. I'm sure he'll listen to you.
Oh, really? I can't actually believe that. But yes, I'll see you in a bit for dinner. It'll be nice to have a drink with your father. If that's what you want me to do, I'll come over and bother your family.
Of course. We want you to be here. Take care getting over here. I'll see you soon.
The next day, day 1.
Hey, Ronald, I need your attention right now. Where are tomorrow's meeting materials that were supposed to be on your desk? I swear they were put down here. Without the materials, the meeting can't go ahead. This is urgent. Hurry up and tell me where they are. Just because you don't work here anymore doesn't mean you can just ignore my messages.
That evening. Hey, Melissa. I wanted to thank you so much for your advice and support yesterday. I really appreciate it. I'm really glad I was able to talk to your father and the president of the company.
No, thank you for coming over and talking with him. They very much enjoyed your company.
Even so, thank you for inviting me. I never expected something like this to happen behind all the office crap that goes on.
Right, yeah. I'm quite surprised by how they interact as well. It's much more chill than an office building.
Yeah, they're very concerned about the situation, though. If that's the case, I'll wait and see about what Mr. Potter does. I'll try not to react to anything he's doing until the situation changes. For the meantime, none of it matters to me right now.
Exactly! That's a good way to put it. You don't need to worry about what Mr. Potter does until the situation unfolds.
Yeah, I know it's a little early, but I'm going to take a shower and go to bed. This whole thing has been quite exhausting. Tell your father I said hello, and thank you for talking things out with me the other night.
Fair enough. I would too in your situation. Of course I'll tell him you said that. Good night. I hope you have a good night's sleep.
Thank you, Melissa. Sweet dreams to you. Day 2.
Okay. Ronald, I'm sick of not getting a reply out of you. The materials that I asked for yesterday weren't completed. Now I've got to go to the Woods Company and tell them how sorry we are that everything has fallen behind. It's all your fault, Ronald. What are you thinking messing around like this? Ronald, answer me, man. What does it mean that you've been absent without as much as a peep out of you since yesterday, huh? You're gonna be in some deep trouble if you're not careful.
Day 3.
Ronald, this is the 3rd time I'm contacting you and you've not answered me. Aren't you coming in today? You can't just be absent without letting anyone know about it, right? That's what I'm gonna ask. The proposal I told you to make for Jones Company. What's going on with that? I can't get into your work laptop because I haven't got a clue what the password is. So what is it? Seriously, man. What are you planning on doing about all of this?
That afternoon.
Hey, Ronald. How have you been since all the crap went down about your work? Have there been any more developments on that? Has Mr. Potter gotten back to you with anything? What has he been saying?
Hi. Oh, yes, he's been saying quite a bit. He's been sending so many messages every day over the past few days. And that same person just turned around and said that I'm absent without getting permission. I don't understand. He's the one that said I'm fired the other day.
Come to think of it, he said Mr. Potter sent a message saying that to you the other day. I might as well tell you. Mr. Potter has a really bad drinking habit.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you saying he's an alcoholic?
Well, you know how if you drink too much alcohol, your memory starts to get worse over time, right?
Yes, I guess I've been told that before. a colleague who's accompanied me on a night out once said something like that can happen. It was a Saturday that I received his message about getting fired, so I thought he might have been working on his day off or something. He got all worked up about the Woods Company project I was working on and how I made some sort of mistake. Then he told me I was fired. But he must have still been drunk. And now he can't remember that he actually said that and thinks I'm not showing up for work. Oh my god, it's all falling into place now.
Yeah, my father has had it with Mr. Potter in that he can't handle his nonsense.
I guess if I were to look back through my message history, I can see when he was drunk or not. Maybe it's just something I didn't notice?
I suppose so. Even though he's in the same generation as my father, he still remains only a manager. You'd think he'd be in a higher job position by now.
Really? I suppose his drinking problem's holding him back and creating so many problems. Day 4.
Ronald, this is getting beyond a joke. Reply to your messages, man. What's the password for your work laptop? The department manager just asked me for the progress on another company's proposal. And it's stuck on your laptop. Hurry up and tell me the password. This is urgent. I'm sick of you no replying. Get to work on time and get on with the project. Stop being so irresponsible.
Day 5.
Hey, you! Ronald! Stop ignoring your supervisor. There's another company that's needing their proposal looked over. What the heck do you think you're doing by not replying and not showing up to work? You're going to regret ignoring me. All the companies that work for us instructed you to do everything for them. Even though I'm the one who submitted it under my name instead of yours, this is going to go very bad if things continue like this. Ronald, answer me. What's wrong with you, boy?
Day 6.
Hey, Ronald, for goodness sake, I'm here to tell you that the General Affairs Department are going to take away your work laptop tomorrow. All the documents I had to do for all these companies are also on your laptop. This is ridiculous. It's like talking to a wall. Oh yes, isn't there also data on there that deals with the internal stuff at work? If I don't do something about it, it's going to be all my fault, even though it's all your work I'm trying to get. Hurry up and tell me the password. I'm begging you to tell me.
Day 7.
Ronald, you've not replied to a single message for a whole week. Cut the crap and reply to me right now. I'm not going to stop sending you messages until you've replied to me. My performance rating will go down if you don't show up to work. I'll come over to your house and drag you here if I must do that so I don't lose my job.
Good morning, Mr. Potter. It's quite early to be messaging me now, isn't it?
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? It's a normal time for people to be awake. You're finally replying to me now, huh? What took you so long? Don't you realize how many days you've missed? Why aren't you showing up? You're making me so furious to the point that I'm gonna pop so many blood vessels. And our department manager as well.
Even so, all the companies you were mentioning, when you think about it, you were forcing me to do a lot of the work, weren't you?
What the heck are you talking about, boy? It's normal for the boss to assign the work to his workers, isn't it? That's how it works here. You weren't absent from work without anybody's permission, and you were slacking off. I was the one that had to finish the work for you, so I sent the proposals to the companies that were requesting them. You need to get to work right now. If you get to work in the next 30 minutes, then I won't fire you and I'll forgive you for not showing up. That's what Mr. Gray has been saying to me as well.
Oh, is that so, Mr. Potter? Don't you remember saying to me that I'm fired and that I don't need to come into the office anymore?
I never said that to you. Why would I say that to you? What are you talking about, man?
Maybe it's because you were so drunk at the time you were messaging that to me and you were just saying what your heart desired?
I haven't got a clue what you're on about. I don't remember that at all. What are you saying?
Well, it's too late to take it all back now. I would go back and check your chat history if I were you. That might jog your memory. Actually, you might want to go back even before that conversation was had. You do realize that Mr. Gray and I quit our jobs on the same day over 10 days ago, right?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You both quit your jobs? And you didn't say anything to me about it? Not just who you quit, But Mr. Gray as well? No way! That can't be true!
The general manager decided to start his own business, and he wanted us to join him in starting a new company. So we ended up quitting our jobs together. I assume you didn't notice that happening?
I thought he was just going on a business trip and then he'd be back soon to do his duties.
There was an announcement almost a month ago through the internal chats and through the department's morning meeting. After talking it through with Mr. Gray, he gave all my portfolios that I had for all the other companies we've worked for to another colleague. Honestly, it would be an unreasonable thing to say to someone to get back to work now when I chose to quit my job now. Wouldn't it, Mr. Potter? I wouldn't have been so bothered about it if I hadn't quit my job, but I have, and now I'm an outsider discussing confidential information with an ex-coworker of mine. That's not the best look, Mr. Potter.
But it's only because you never replied to me and it took you so long to do so. Why?
Yes, it did. I thought that you would notice eventually what's going on, but another employee had to make it more obvious to you. I couldn't bear to be so persistent, so I sent a reply like this to get back at you for the way you've been treating me.
This can't be happening right now. Are you serious? Okay, you need to tell me who each case was assigned to right now. I'm supposed to be the creator, so I'd be in big trouble if someone submitted documents without my permission or not checking them with me first.
Huh? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Mr. Potter. What do you mean? Isn't it no longer necessary for you to be the creator of those documents, Mr. Potter?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Why not? I don't get it. What's going on here?
Didn't anyone tell you that the company is filing for bankruptcy?
Are you kidding me? Bankruptcy? Is this a joke?
It's no joke, sir. I received a message from a former colleague saying that they had talked about it in this morning's meeting. I never thought something like this would happen to the company, so I thought the best idea was to quit before things got worse. I suppose you haven't got to work yet, so you don't know the details?
I'm on my way to work right now.
Oh, is that so? Well, I guess you didn't get over your habit of being late to work then?
Now, just rewind back a little bit. I don't get why the company's filing for bankruptcy. Does that mean that I'm unemployed from today onwards until I get another job?
Well, I guess so. If you're fine with that, I guess you've got no choice but to be employed now.
But what am I supposed to do now? I've been at this company for so long already. This has got to be the worst thing to happen to me. How am I supposed to get a job after all this happening?
I don't know. You've got to figure it out. I'm going to leave you to it. Please excuse me. After this, Mr. Potter apparently went home instead of going to work. Of course, it seems that an explanation of what happened was given in some form at a later date. There was talking about arranging a new job. Mr. Potter was so drunk that he didn't listen to everything. By the way, he's single, in his 50s, his parents have passed away, he has no siblings or family, so unfortunately not a lot going for him. He started drinking alcohol all day long thinking about what he should do with his life. One day, he was rushed to the hospital due to acute alcohol poisoning. But there was no one to take care of him, feed him, shelter him, so he didn't recover very well. The other day, he was released from the hospital and into a specialized facility. I do feel quite sorry for the guy, but I just wish he would have nothing to do with me ever again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Mother-in-law, you entered our side of the house again, didn't you? Just because it's a multi-generational house and you can enter our side of the house by the stairs, which aren't locked, doesn't mean you can just enter without our permission. Oh, and please give me back the dress you took from my room. Huh? Are you accusing me of theft? But I would never do such a thing. Besides, it's not fit for a married woman to wear such a luxurious wine-red dress in the first place. A married woman needs to wear clothes that are less revealing and straightforward. Mother-in-law? But I haven't told you yet which dress was taken from my room. How do you know that it was that dress that went missing? Huh? as you already know, I'm a fashion designer, which means that I also have a ton of clothes. I've got at least 30 dresses, I think, yet you described the dress that suddenly disappeared from my wardrobe precisely. You do know that that's basically the same as admitting you took it without my permission, right? Well, I just happened to guess correctly which dress you were talking about. I see. So you had some sort of superpower you didn't tell me about? Should I hire some sort of magazine that deals with the supernatural to interview you or something? You see, I know someone who works for such a magazine, so I could make it happen. I mean, you do like standing out, don't you? Fine. You want me to give it back to you, right? I'll bring it to you later. Thank you. Give it back to me by today. Do you have a problem with that? But I was planning on wearing it to the theater tomorrow since I was going with some friends. But I never gave you permission to wear it in the first place. Besides, that dress wouldn't fit you. But I can't trust you, so give it back to me right now. Fine. You really are such a disrespectful wife. I'm your mother-in-law, so you need to show me a bit more respect. Says the person that just stole my dress. Honestly, I'm amazed at how you can still say something like that after being caught. Hello, Polly. I've been thinking since our last conversation. I've decided that you need to quit your job. Huh? I was looking at my phone since it was my lunch break when I saw you texted me. What is it that you want now? You see, I thought about it carefully and realized that the reason you were so disrespectful to me, even though you're just my son's wife, is because you work in such a flashy place as the fashion industry. A normal wife would be satisfied wearing a sweatshirt and some jeans and maybe even an apron. But aren't you a wife yourself? But it looks like you've got a collection of quite the flashy clothes as well. It's fine if it's me who does it. Besides, both my sons, Alvaro and Leon, are interested in fashion and work in the fashion industry. It would be embarrassing for them if their mother wasn't a stylish woman fluent in fashion, which is why it's fine if I do it. Okay, but by your logic, shouldn't the wife also be fluent in fashion? No, of course not. Especially not someone like you. As your mother-in-law, I am your superior, which means that while I'm allowed to wear luxurious clothes, you aren't. Fashion is only going to be a nuisance in your education as my son's wife. Huh? My education as your son's wife? I'm sorry, but I don't remember asking you for such an education. It doesn't matter whether you asked me for it or not. As my son's wife, you need to undergo this training, otherwise I'm going to make the two of you get divorced. What I'm trying to say is that I'm going to be kind enough to train you as this house's housewife from now on. And part of this training is going to sleep on our side of the house from now on. Oh, and don't forget to turn in your letter of resignation to your workplace today before going home, all right? You make me laugh. What makes you think that you have the authority to make me do that? You're going to make the two of us get divorced, huh? Well, good luck with that, because I doubt Alvaro is going to listen to you as well. Huh? What's with that tone of voice? I'm your mother-in-law, and you have no right to speak to me like that. Apologize to me right now or else. I need to go and meet some clients after I eat my lunch, so goodbye. I don't have time to put up with your nonsense. You're saying this is nonsense? I'm not going to forgive you insulting me, your mother-in-law, like this. I was thinking about starting your training for real from tomorrow, but I guess I'm going to have to change my plans. I'm going to start training you as a housewife starting today. Get ready for when you come home. Polly! I was wondering why you wouldn't come home yesterday. But I went to see the garage this morning and it looks like you came home late at night. You're so pathetic sneaking around like this. I know that you don't want to undergo my training, but you're going to go that far to avoid it? I'm going to see you right now. Jesus, and to think I told you that I would begin your training as a housewife starting yesterday. Just what is the meaning of this? You're sleeping in longer than when you worked at your office. Although this means that you did listen to me and quit your job, I guess. I'll be a bit less strict on you for doing that. Thankfully, I brought a bucket of cold water, though, because I thought you might not want to get up. I made your bed wet as well, but I'm sure that bucket of cold water woke you up, didn't it? It's a good thing your bed got wet, I guess, because now you won't be able to go back to bed. Oh, I came up with a good idea. I'm going to wake you up like this every day now. I mean, it's the perfect way to start a day of housewife training, don't you think? All right, it's decided then. I'm going to dump a bucket of cold water on you every day now to wake you up. What? Mother-in-law, what in the world are you talking about? Come now, hurry up and come to the kitchen on our side of the house. I'll start with teaching you how to cook because of the food you make is terrible. But I had somewhere to go yesterday, so I stayed at a hotel. I never came home last night, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Huh? Wait, so you didn't listen to me and resign after all? And what do you mean you had to go somewhere? Don't tell me, but are you cheating on Alvaro? Jesus, I knew you were an incompetent housewife, but to think that you would go so far as to cheat on my son? I need to tell him about this right away. What? No, I had to go on a business trip to meet some clients. I flew to Sicily right after the conversation we had yesterday afternoon, and I'm currently staying at a business hotel. Huh? You went on a business trip to Sicily? What? Didn't I tell you this already? What are you talking about, Polly? But your car is in the garage and... I didn't use the car yesterday and I left it in the garage. What? Yeah, but you always sleep in the room next to the living room on your side of the house, right? You were in bed when I came to check on you. If you weren't home last night, then who was that person sleeping in your bed? That must have been Leon. What? Leon? Why would he be sleeping there? I heard that Alvaro and Leon both don't have work today. Alvaro told me that Leon was going to sleep on our side of the house since the two of them were going to play video games. What? Oh, and he asked me whether it was all right if Leon used my bed. I wasn't going to be home yesterday anyways, so I said it was all right. So the person I threw a bucket of water on was... It was probably Leon, but shouldn't you go back to my room and check who you threw a bucket of cold water on yourself? Hold on, did you seriously just throw a bucket of cold water on someone and leave before they could even see who it was? But there was no way it was Leon. Polly, there's a family emergency and you still haven't come home? This is your fault, Polly. Could you please not make this my fault? I never asked to have a bucket of cold water thrown on me, even though it was actually Leon you did that to. And I never asked to undergo this housewife training of yours in the first place as well. I already told you that that was a requirement if you were going to live in our house, didn't I? Besides, this is your fault because if you had quit your job just like I told you to and agreed to my housewife training, I would have been the one who had the bucket of cold water poured on them this morning and not Leon. Is that what you're trying to say? What makes you think that dumping a bucket of cold water on me would have been any better? But it was supposed to be a part of your housewife training. Unlike Leon, you wouldn't have had the right to get mad at me. Instead, though... Huh? Who do you think I am, your slave or something? By the way, Leon just called me earlier and apologized for your actions, you know. Huh? Yes, he said he was going to resign because of this. Huh? What in the world are you talking about? What does me making a mistake and dumping a bucket of cold water on him have anything to do with him resigning from his job? Well, his mother-in-law did just try and dump a bucket of cold water on the CEO of the company he works for. What? The CEO? If I was in his position, I think I would also feel responsible for this. Polly, what do you mean I tried to dump a bucket of cold water on the CEO of the company he works for? Well, I don't think there's any point in hiding it from you anymore, so I'll tell you. I haven't told you about it until now since Leon and Alvaro didn't want me to. What in the world are you talking about? Stop talking and just tell me. You seriously can't guess the truth for yourself based on what I already told you? You see, I'm actually the CEO of the fashion company that Leon and Alvaro work for. You're what? Why didn't you tell me something this important until now? You see, Leon and Alvaro came to me before me and Alvaro got married and told me that it was probably a good idea to keep it a secret from you. They thought that, judging by your personality, there was a high possibility that if you found out that I had a higher rank at the company than the two of them, you would start bullying me. But at the end of the day, it looks like there wasn't any point since you started bullying me regardless. And even tried to make me quit my job so I could undergo your housewife training. You even went so far as to try and dump a bucket of cold water on me this morning. Leon saw his mother's foolish actions and was so shocked that he told me by phone call that he was going to resign. He said that he was too ashamed at his mother's actions to continue working at my company. But all I was trying to do was train you as this house's housewife. What's so wrong about that? It's your fault for being so disrespectful to me, even though I'm your superior. Huh? So you seriously think that what you did was perfectly normal? First of all, I don't plan on becoming a housewife, and even if I did, I would never ask for this housewife training of yours. And second of all, I don't think that what you had in mind for me was training, but rather you making me do the housework for you. Anyways, Leon's not actually going to be quitting. Of course, Leon is a highly competent employee, and so him quitting would be a huge blow to the company. Which is why I convinced him to stay at the company. Oh, is that so? Good on you for not letting him quit. I guess I just panicked for no reason then. Yes. But Leon is a hard-working and honest person, so there's no way he's just going to pretend like nothing ever happened. I doubt things are just going to go back to normal, mother-in-law. You went a bit too far this time. Huh? What in the world are you talking about? What do you mean things aren't going to go back to normal? It's the same for my husband Alvaro as well. He's not just going to pretend that you didn't do anything wrong. Huh? Seriously, what are you talking about, Polly? What do you mean Alvaro as well? It seems that the two of them are going to have a discussion with you and your husband tonight at your side of the house. Please listen to what they have to tell you. Huh? Just what is going on here? Are you in some sort of plan with the three of them or something? Like I said, just listen to what they're going to tell you tonight. Well then, I'll be staying at this hotel in Sicily tonight as well. Goodbye. Polly, please do something about this. Stop my sons from doing this. I'm sure they'll listen to you if you tell them that this was all just a big misunderstanding. Oh, you're talking about the discussion you had with them yesterday, right? Wait, hold on. Are you seriously trying to ask me for help right now? After everything that you did to me? What makes you think that I would want to help you? But, of course you have to help me because I'm your mother-in-law and I'm telling you to. At this rate, the whole family is going to fall apart. Leon says that he doesn't want the girlfriend he's currently going out with to get bullied like you were by me, which is why he was going to go by his wife's last name and live with her family instead. And Alvaro said that he's going to be moving out with you by the end of this month. Well, I guess that was only to be expected, don't you think? Honestly, I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner. Not only that, but even my husband as well. He said that he's going to get divorced with me. Why? What did I do to him? Yes, I already heard about it from Alvaro. I was honestly a bit surprised to hear that your husband was going to divorce you, but I think that it can't be helped, I guess. He must have finally lost patience with you after having to live with you for so long. Why? What did I do to make him lose patience? But I was the perfect housewife. Can't you figure it out on your own? I can't. We got along so well as family up until now. Are you sure that's the case? I only heard about this from Leon and Alvaro, so I can't really say much, but apparently you were quite the difficult mother growing up. Have you ever thought about whether you've been fulfilling your role as a wife and mother in this house? Yes! Everything I did was perfect up until now. I see. So that's what you were thinking. Even when faced with the truth, you still say things like that without hesitation. You see, what Alvaro told me is that you barely did any housework and made your husband do most of it, even though you didn't have a job. Despite that, though, you kept acting like the master of the house and kept telling everyone else how to live their lives. Huh? What in the world are you talking about? I would never do such a thing. Never mind. And if I say this to you, you're just going to reject it, so I won't even bother trying to explain it to you anymore. Huh? What even is that? Who do you think you are, even? Tell me why my son and husband are doing this to me. I know. You fed them some of your lies and made them do this, didn't you? You snake. Tell my son and husband that you were the one who was wrong all along and not me. Or else. It looks like words alone won't be able to change your mind. I'm not going to talk to you about this any further, since I think it would be for your own sake if you thought about this for yourself. Huh? We're going to be moving out soon, and I don't have any intention of visiting your side of the house anymore. Hold on. Fine, I get it. I'll forgive you for being so disrespectful to me until now, so tell my sons and husband to stop this madness. Oh, and I promise I'll be nice to you from now on, so please don't move out of the house. But isn't that your problem, mother-in-law? This is why your son and husband are fed up with you, I think. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean my son and husband are fed up with me? Well, this is a bit early, but farewell, mother-in-law. What? Polly! I'll give you anything you want, so please just tell my family that they're making a big deal out of nothing. I don't want to be left alone. I'm already in my 60s, Polly. You can't just do this to an old woman. You should have thought about that earlier. Goodbye, mother-in-law. After that, Alvaro and I moved out without saying a single word to my mother-in-law. According to my husband, my mother-in-law was an example of a woman that was raised in a wealthy family and ended up being selfish and arrogant, expecting everyone to treat her like a princess. She must have been quite the mother to make her own son say something like that, and I unconsciously felt bad for Alvaro considering the difficult childhood he must have had. A few weeks after Alvaro and I moved out, Alvaro's parents got divorced. My former mother-in-law moved to her parents' mansion in the neighboring prefecture, which was currently occupied by her brother's family, but apparently she was told by her brother, "Aren't you a bit too old to come home like this?" She now lives with her brother's family, being avoided and given cold looks from them, and is no longer as arrogant as she once was. My brother-in-law Leon decided to get married after his parents got divorced. Apparently, my former mother-in-law only found out about this after the marriage, and now cries to herself in her room while being avoided by everyone around her.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Robert, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm leaving my appointment to check up on my pregnancy.
Oh, was that today? I completely forgot about that.
Well, I'm actually on the bus coming back home right now. I just wanted to let you know that I was on my way back home now.
Oh yeah, now that I think about it, you did mention something about this to me yesterday, didn't you? You were talking about how you were feeling way more queasy than usual and that you wanted the doctors to have a look to make sure that everything was going well. So, anyways, what did they say? Was everything okay when you went to go to the doctors?
Yep, pretty much. They said that these things tend to happen when you're pregnant and that I was on track for a healthy baby.
That's amazing news. I'm so happy to hear that. But has there been any updates about the baby at all? Like, do we even know if it's going to be a boy or a girl?
I don't think we're going to be able to know that until we're about 20 weeks or so into this, but I guess we will find out eventually either way.
Yeah, you're right about that at least. But anyways, thanks a lot for updating me about this. I actually am just about to leave the office to go run some errands with my boss though, so I have to go right now. Sorry.
All good. Just wanted to give you an update and let you know that everything's going fine.
Got it. Well, I can't wait to hear more about that when you get home from work tonight.
Sounds good to me. Good luck at work today. You got this.
A few days later. Hey, Sam? Are you there? I just want to talk to you about something really quick.
Oh, Robert, sure. I thought you were at work right now, though. Is now a good time to talk for you?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I just have to tell you this right now. It's pretty important, actually.
Oh my, I see. What is it? Is everything okay?
No, it's just, well, it's been decided that I'm going to have to go on a 6-month business trip to Alaska.
Hold on a second. Your work is going to be sending you all the way to Alaska?
Yeah, it's true. Kind of crazy, I know. I tried telling management that we more or less just found out that you were pregnant to not do this, but they already made up their minds. Besides, I guess the whole reason they chose me to go in the first place is because there isn't anyone else in the office who can do what I do, and they need me up there. But I would hate to make you move all the way up there with me, especially given that we do know that you're pregnant now. I would just hate for a move like that to have any kind of negative impact on the baby.
No, you're right about that. We should be careful with these kinds of things for sure. Besides, we're only just starting to get into winter now, and I don't know if I'm ready to go to Alaska at a time like this.
Yeah, not only that, but it sounds like they're going to be working me pretty hard up there. It sounds like I won't even have that much time for myself, let alone to be with you.
I see. So basically you're saying that it would be too much if I wanted to go up to be in Alaska with you while you were there.
I don't like it either, but I think it's important that we acknowledge that, right? But I was thinking about what we could do. And maybe it wouldn't be so bad if you go live with your parents for a bit until I get back. Maybe you could even stay there until you give birth, since they're clearly more capable of giving you the support that you need.
You think I should go back to my parents' place to give birth? Well, I guess I could do that. Although I suppose if I did, I would have to find a hospital down there and just make sure they had all my files on hand.
Yeah, not to mention that you already work remotely anyways, right?
You're right about that. It doesn't really matter where I am as long as I have my laptop to be able to do my work.
Well, great. It sounds like we figured it out. Why don't you go talk to your mom and dad about this then?
I guess I will. I'll go ahead and call my dad around the time that he should be getting off work.
1 month after moving in with mom and dad.
Sam, oh my gosh, it's been forever since I've heard from you. You have no idea how surprised I was to get a message from you. Well, of course I was going to reach out to you, Chelsea. After all, I did have some big news that I wanted to share with you. That's right. A huge congrats to you on being pregnant. This is so exciting. I can't believe you're going to be a mom soon. Not only that, but I can't believe that I'm going to get to hang out with one of my best friends soon. Well, the pleasure is all mine, trust me. I can't wait to get to hang out with you too. Say, Sam, is everything okay? I don't know, you seem a little bit off, I guess. What do you mean? You can tell that just through text? Well, I wouldn't be a good best friend if I couldn't tell through text, now would I? But yeah, is everything okay with you? Well, I don't really know if I should get into this. It's okay. You know that you can talk to me about anything. Think of all that we've been through together. You're right. The thing is that Robert left on a business trip to go to Alaska, and he's going to be away for a total of 6 months. Yeah, I remember you telling me something about that in the message where you told me you were pregnant and coming back home for a bit. But what does this have to do with you? Are you okay? Did you two get into a fight or something? No, we didn't get into a fight or anything like that, and I don't think that many things happened between us. Well then, what is it? What's got you so upset like this? I'm upset because no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to get a hold of Robert. What do you mean you can't get a hold of him? You mean like when you call, the reception is bad or something like that? No, I mean that when I call him, he doesn't even pick up. And he hasn't answered a text message of mine in forever as well. This has already been going on for a month already. Wait a second, you're telling me that your husband went away on a business trip a month ago and hasn't gotten in touch with you since? Well, it doesn't mean that he's doing anything bad, right? Maybe it just means that he's really, really busy or something. After all, he did tell me before leaving that his job was going to be keeping him extra busy while he was away on work. I see. But even if he was super busy, you'd think he would still send you the occasional update to let you know that he was doing okay. Right, I mean, yeah, I guess you are right about that. It's not like him to leave me high and dry like this. Sam, are you still at your parents' house right now? Yeah, I am actually. I'm probably going to be staying here for a while, actually. Why do you ask? Well, I'm just glad that you're at home with your folks rather than at home all by yourself. I'm just glad that you have family nearby. Yeah, I agree with you there. This would be much more difficult if I had to go through this by myself. That being said, I do have to go pretty soon to make a doctor's appointment. Oh, right. I guess you do still have all that to worry about on top of Robert. Well, okay then. You take care getting to your appointment. No problem. And thanks for checking in on me. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Robert, are you there? I really wish that you would get back to me. I miss you a lot, and I just want to know that you're okay. Are you eating enough? I guess I can tell you how I've been doing. There aren't really any problems here. The doctor says that the pregnancy is going well and there's nothing to worry about. So basically, assuming that nothing terrible happens, we should be on track for the baby's delivery. I guess I'll reach out to you later when I have some more news to tell you. Hey, Sam, are you there? I was just wondering if you had a little second to chat. Oh, Chelsea, hey there. Yeah, what's up? What's on your mind? I was just wondering where you are right now and if there's anyone close to you. Close to me, as in physically? Well, I'm at home right now with my mom, so I guess that she is. I see. The thing is that I kind of wanted to talk to you about Robert. I think I have some information that you might be interested in. What do you mean by that? Well, you told me that Robert told you he had to handle some business in Alaska for a while, right? Yeah, he said that his company was sending him there on a long-term business trip. But why do you even bring that up? Do you have some news about Robert that I might not have heard? Well, first, I just want to say that I am so sorry that you're about to hear what you have to hear through me. But there was no way that I was going to keep this from you all the way until you gave birth. I think you have a right to know what I'm about to tell you, and if anything, I'm glad that your mom is nearby, because I think you might need someone after I finish what I have to say. Chelsea, please, you're starting to scare me. Whatever it is that you have to tell me, can you please just spit it out already? You're right, I'm sorry. But you'll see why I feel so bad being the one to tell you this. The truth is that Robert is cheating on you. He's having an affair. There, I said it. I'm so sorry that you had to find out this way, but he's not even in Alaska. He's only in Chicago. Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean Robert's in Chicago? I mean that he's really only a 4-hour drive away from where you two live. Isn't that crazy? It is, because we've never gone to Chicago together. I know, but the thing is that apparently Robert is there in Chicago with another woman who is also pregnant. Okay, wait. Hold on just a second. Let's do this one at a time. So you're telling me that my husband was never in Alaska to begin with? Instead, he's been in Chicago this whole time? That's right. And the reason that I know that is because I'm on a business trip in Chicago right now. I'm actually staying not too far from where Robert is. You're kidding me. And you're sure that it's him that you saw? I wouldn't be messaging you this if I didn't triple check that it was him before coming to you about this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to doubt what you're saying, but this is all just so much to take in at once. And you're telling me that not only is he cheating on me, but he even got this other woman pregnant? Well, thanks for coming to me with this. You're right, I am glad to know all of this now. Robert, are you there? You and I need to have a little talk, or at least I have something that I need to tell you. Remember how you were asking about whether or not the baby was going to be a boy or a girl? Well, The doctors told me that they are quite sure I'm having a girl. But I guess you're still not going to respond to me. Well, anyways, I have another appointment that I need to get to. Hey, Chelsea, are you there? I just wanted to update you a little bit on how things have been going. And maybe do a little bit of complaining as well. Sam, of course. You know that you can always talk to me about whatever's on your mind. Well, I want you to know that I got some mail from Robert the other day. It was signed divorce papers. You're kidding me. He really sent you signed divorce papers in the mail when he hasn't even talked to you? That's right. And actually, I think that Robert's parents might have something to do with what's going on. His parents? Well, what do you mean by that? Well, you remember how I hired that PI to follow Robert around? He told me that apparently his other woman is pregnant with a son. I remember how Robert's parents would complain to me all the time that when I got pregnant, I had better give them a son. They told me all about how they just wouldn't accept a granddaughter and how worried they were about someone to carry on the family name. And another thing, the divorce papers came from the city of Chicago, so you were right. He was never in Alaska to begin with. Sam, I am so sorry. Are you okay right now? Is there anything I can do for you? What do you mean by that? Well, I just mean that you don't have to pretend to be unfazed by this, you know? It's okay to say that you're upset. Well, yeah, of course I'm upset about this, but I have more important things to worry about as well. Like this baby that I have inside me. And I'm not going to let the actions of their idiotic father affect how they grow up. You know, I have a lot of respect for you, but just please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you, okay? I will, Chelsea, but I just want to thank you for all that you've done for me already. It really does mean the world to me. Hello again, Robert. I just wanted to let you know that this marks half a year from when you began to ignore me completely. I really didn't think that this was going to last as long as it did. But anyways, I wanted you to know that I filed those divorce papers. I'm going to be moving in with my parents permanently now, and I never ever want to see you again. So have a nice life, you no-good cheating lowlife.
Hey, what? What do you mean by that? What are you talking about?
So this is what it takes to get you to respond to me?
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you? I send you divorce papers, and you don't even bother asking me what it could be about? You just assume that I was cheating on you? I was hoping that those papers would have made you want to be with me even more. After all, I've been busting my butt up here for our family in Alaska. How dare you accuse me of cheating?
I'm not accusing you of cheating. I'm just stating a fact, Robert.
Well, do you even have any proof of what you're talking about?
Of course I have proof. You really think I would be acting this way if I didn't know what I was talking about?
Wait, you do have proof?
Of course I do. I have proof that you're cheating on me and proof that you're not in Alaska, but Chicago. And that you're with some woman named Eve, who you got pregnant before you did me.
Wait, hold on. How did you hear about all this?
Oh, I have my ways. But if you want to know how I found out about Chicago, it was because I called your work after you weren't getting back to my messages. I told them that I couldn't get in contact with you and asked if it was because you were in Alaska, but they told me that you had quit your job. And another one of your old coworkers told me about how you were talking about getting ready to move to Chicago. You went to try and line up with this Eve woman's pregnancy as well as to be close to your parents. And when you got my message about having a girl, that was when you finally sent me the divorce papers.
But then, you must realize this means that it's all your fault that I had to leave you, right? I mean, you knew how my parents felt about the sex of the baby, so you basically closed the door on yourself when you told me that you were pregnant with a girl.
How can you say that when you were already cheating on me before we even knew what the baby was going to be?
Look, Sam, you know that my parents really wanted a son, and yet you were going to give us a daughter. Well, you know what I think that means? I think that means you were cheating on me. Why else would you be having a daughter? I want a DNA test to prove that baby is even mine. A few years later. Hey, Sam. Are you there? I know we haven't talked in forever, but I just wanted to tell you the baby I had with Eve, well, it turns out that it wasn't even mine. So please, could could you come back to me and marry me? Because you're not going to believe this, but Eve lied to me. She told me that she was going to have a son, but she was also pregnant with a daughter. Now my family has no heir, but we're desperate. Sam, are you there? Please, you have to pick up the phone. You and I could get back together. We could try and have a second child. I'm so sorry that I accused you of cheating all those years ago. You're right, though. I was the cheater, and it was my fault for ruining our marriage. But you have to know how sorry I am. I never thought that these things would end like this for me. Please, Sam, you have to take me back. I'm begging you.
For years, I had gone back and forth about whether or not to block Robert's number. I wasn't sure if I was waiting to think of something to say to him or if I was waiting for him to apologize. But when those messages came through, I realized that Robert was never going to change who he was as a person. And I suppose that means in some way I'm grateful that Robert took it upon himself to remove himself from my life like that. Of course, being a single mother hasn't been easy, but at least I've had my parents to rely on, not to mention the child support checks that I was able to get from Robert. It was only later that I heard about this through the grapevine, but it turns out that Robert ended up going to the doctor after having 2 girls. But the doctors were surprised and told him he was lucky to have any children at all. Apparently something was wrong, and the doctors told him they would be shocked if he could ever have children again. So it seems that Robert is never going to have a child who can pass on the family name. After I moved in with my parents permanently, Chelsea and I were able to hang out in person more and more. It was so great catching up with her, and I told her how thankful I was for all of her help while I was dealing with Robert. It was during this time that I met her older brother and fell in love. We married about a year after I had my daughter, and I moved out of my parents' house to live with him. It's been a few years since the 2 of us got married, and I couldn't be happier. I'm surrounded by friends and family and loved ones, and I haven't heard from Robert since the last time he messaged me all that time ago. I even have a second child, a son this time, with my new husband. My daughter, Naomi, has only ever known Robert as her father, and the 2 get along amazingly. One day, when she's older, we'll tell her the long and complicated story of her birth, but thankfully, that's not for a long time. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.